Good morning. Saturday, January something. All I know is W-2 forms starting to come in. Normally I would do this during the week, but I've been too busy. Just getting ready, getting set up. But I'm a multitasker because I'm getting ready to go fishing. So we're gonna talk taxes a little bit while I go fishing. Got the Jeep loaded up, ready to go. I guess some of y'all clients or some of you people, your W-2s should be in the mail. 1099s should be in the mail if you haven't already got them. Now, shoot. Now it's about time to start getting that, start thinking about who's going to do your taxes, or are you going to do your taxes? Some things to consider. First of all, you got to look at your situation, right? I mean, some of you guys, you really don't need to hire anyone to do your taxes. At the simplest level, you actually have government like IRS, Franchise Tax Board. They actually have like a VITA program, Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, that can kind of help you get stuff done. So you don't have to actually, pay anyone. They've got some free filing services, but let's face it, though, there's a lot of you that doesn't apply to. So for those of you that doesn't apply to, next question becomes, do you hire someone? Do you do it yourself? Do you get that relative that wears glasses, looks like they're smart, dresses like they're smart, but they may not really be that smart? They're the one that always comes to you and they hook you up. You might want to use them, and sometimes they actually know what they're doing, and the ones that really know what they're doing, they're getting paid for it, legally. So if they're gonna do it for free, yeah, you can gamble like that too. I mean, you could do that. But otherwise, if you're gonna hire someone, you need to if you're gonna pay them anything, you need to make sure that they sign the return, because a lot of them, they be trying to I can get you a big refund, and they can get you a big refund, but I guarantee you when the government comes later on and starts questioning that return, and they're gonna be nowhere to be found. Matter of fact, they're gonna actually say that they didn't do no return because they know they're not supposed to be doing it and not signing it. But that's just another thing to consider. Now, if you are really going to pay to get it done, you got to basically use a licensed professional. By licensed, I mean, CPA, enrolled agent. You can even use, CTEC, which is California Tax Education Council. They're certified through California. And they've got training. You can use an attorney. Of course, who you use depends basically on the complexity of your tax situation and, of course, the knowledge of the tax practitioner. Yeah, because, the CPA, they're certified, they're licensed, very good, but, they might be an auditor. They might do audit financial statements. Just because a person is a CPA does not mean they do taxes. Just because a person is an attorney does not mean they do returns. Just because a person's a tax attorney does not mean they do returns. Enrolled agents? Okay, I'm a little preferable because I'm an enrolled agent. We're licensed to do taxes in all 50 states. And we maintain our continuing educations to be able to do so. So, something to consider. You think about your licensed professional. You consider, the background experience. You consider your tax filing situation. Some of you just like being able to say, well, I got my CPA. And most of the time, not most of the time, a lot of the times, it's not even really a CPA. It's like a person that does your taxes, but it really sounds cool saying, my CPA did my taxes. I've had people call me my CPA. Wow. All right, I'm back. Now I gotta get ready to get in the water, but let's talk about this some more. I was just talking about choosing your tax guy. person, gal, whatever. Don't want to piss nobody off here. Yeah, it depends on your situation. It depends on how complex your return is. It depends on, well, of course, how much money you've made. Complexity usually goes along with money, but sometimes not really. You got people that have small businesses that might take in a lot of money, but they might have a lot of expenses, and that makes the return complex, even though they're not making any money. But the reality is, work is the same for people that do your return. Just because you didn't make any money doesn't make having your return prepared any simpler. You still have, schedules that need to be completed. You have, assets that need to be properly depreciated, all other type of stuff like that. So just because you didn't make any money doesn't mean the cost of doing that return, or that return is not going to be complicated. So also consider that. Do know though that if you do have a complex return and you go cheap, meaning you go with that person that's not licensed, or you try to wing it and do it yourself, you increase the risk that you did something wrong, and that, government's going to come by a little bit later and have something to say about it. Of course, they're not going to come by it right away, because what's interesting is you file that return with those questionable items on it, and you get your refund, or you don't have to pay, and you're feeling good. You're sitting there, you're feeling real good. Then all of a sudden, you open the mail one day, and there's a notice from tax agency basically saying that they want to take a look at your return. And boom, there you have it. All of a sudden, you got to go to the bathroom right away, because you know what you did. You know what you didn't do. And that's a problem. So yeah, use licensed professionals. I get it. The return's complicated. You got to see. I mean, you didn't make any money, but if the return is complicated, man, getting this knot out of this fishing line, never going to get in the water. But yeah, as I was saying, if you basically have a business that's doing different types of transactions, different types of business entities, you've got payroll. You got to pay. You've got to pay a licensed professional, someone that kind of knows what they're doing. It's going to save you in the long run. You're going to relax a lot better in the long run. So something to consider. All right. So now let's talk about expectations. Now, us practitioners, now that you're paying us, we got to manage your expectations. What we mean by that is you basically get back or have to pay based on what you've paid in and how much money you've earned. You can't come to us and say, how much can you get me back? I'm like, what? How much can I get you back? No, it don't work like that. How much did you pay in and how much did you make? Because, if you made and didn't pay in, you're going to have to pay. If you made or earned, and morning, gentlemen. All right. If you made or earned income and paid money in, then, at least, what you're supposed to, you'll be covered. You won't have to pay, and you'll get a refund. So you can't, after the fact, try to back into the number, out of it when they come, well, my last tax practitioner got me back this, got me back that. I didn't have to pay. Are you sure you're doing something right? Well, I'm sure based on what you gave us, and us practitioners WR, we're sure based on what you gave us. But, if you didn't, file your estimated payments, if you didn't adequately keep track of your expenses, then, all we can work with is what we work with, And, and another thing, if you give us an income statement and certify that items listed on that income statement, income expenses, are actually accurate. And, of course, we don't have to go through and do all the work of calculating everything. And we can use that. But if you hand us a box or receipts or stuff, food still stuck on them, then that's a problem. Because we're going to have to charge you a little bit more to figure that stuff out. Last thing I want to do is get a paper cut going through client stuff, you know, trying to put it together. I'll do it, but it's gonna cost. All right, I gotta take a break here because I gotta put my worm on the hook. All right, I'm kind of back here now to close it out. Just did a little quick, you know, educational piece on getting ready for tax season, or getting ready to prepare or have your tax return prepared. So take out my view. I gotta get back to fishing. Look at that. That is nice. That is nice. Of course, I got one bite and I missed it because I was messing around with you guys, but that's all right. I'm getting ready to hang up or check out and get back to it. Anyways, get your stuff together, organize, choose a reputable tax preparer, a licensed tax preparer. If you're gonna do it yourself, yeah, try not to, you know, miss any deductions, but also try not to cheat. Yeah, that's right, I said it, but you know what I mean, because you know, when you get caught later on, oh, it's gonna hurt. Ooh, it's gonna burn. Anyways, hopefully, you know, you don't have much to pay, or you're getting a big refund, or hopefully you just zero out at a minimum. But that pretty much never happens. But take care, and we will see you.